Sorry, guys, I'm reeling emotionally from finding out that Baby Gronk just dropped a diss track on the Costco guys. Originally, I wasn't sure I could even pull myself together and become composed enough to make the video, but here we go. No, I haven't listened to it yet. Just the thought of it alone is obscene to me. I mean, just like, I know the camera's tilted, okay? I live on reclaimed earth. This is repurposed landfill from the 1950s. It's all Barbasol cans and... Barbasol is the shaving cream. That's the old school, like... Barbicide is the water of life for the Muad'Dib. Okay. I will choose a rare. I think we literally had this 2 runs ago, but I can't say no to a judgment this early, because it just makes so many of the fights completely trivial, man. Which is what we're looking for. I know it sounds like a negative thing, but I mean, for a guy like me, that's the kind of thing that would go crazy right now. So I did pick a path. It's insane that you're not going to die here. I did pick a path that put us on an elite crash course, and I'm ready for that. I'm excited for the opportunity there. Something like an empty fist, because early on we prioritize damage a little more. Don't fill your deck with garbage. You want to draw those judgments as soon as possible. I mean, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's on this one. I think we do... Excuse me, get your head in the game, man. We do have enough energy for something like that. And so far, so good. I do like a protector. I'm realizing retained blocks are... I don't want to call them the bread and butter of the Watcher, but very, very helpful. Are you kidding me, man? Retained blocks are an enabler. And just in general, I don't know if this is quote-unquote the way, but the way I've been playing the Watcher is kind of like building these decks where you try to get one huge turn to pop off. And then, you know, the things that enable that are obviously like blasphemy and stuff like that. So I'm feeling like this, anything that retains plays a good role there. I also really liked, I can't remember if it was last run or 2 runs ago, but I really liked what Battle Hymn did for us. So I will be taking that again, knowing that on the first floor, before the boss, it may not actually be that relevant. But once we get to the boss, especially when Judgment is going to be useless until they're down to like 30 or 40 HP, we will be very happy to have something that does some extra damage. But right now, the math is mathing, man. We do like the stance. And just in general, we got a little lucky on that one. It'd be nice to have some more AoE. Now, this is where we got to cook, okay? Colorless Potion. The only one that really makes sense for me here, I think, is Magnetism, unfortunately. And you know what? Give me the Plated Armor, and we'll drink the Entropic Brew and just see what we're working with here. Let's go with another Colorless. And I would say it's kind of heinous, but that's okay. So we are going to take some damage here. Just one, though. We just want... I think I'm trying to get enemies to 30 HP, so if we draw Judgment, we haven't overspent resources trying to kill them. There it is. You get smoked. 6 block for free. I guess I would rather just defend and strike. 0 chance we draw Judgment next turn. Still, I'm feeling great. Panache! I don't know. Honestly, the adventures of Pluto Nash... You ever see that one? Eddie Murphy? Not a lot of people did. It's a famous box office bomb. Rosario Dawson. Dozens of us have seen it. Dozens of people, man. Now let me think about this. An Eruption does 9 damage. Smite will do enough. I think I can... It's a bit dicey, but I'm pretty sure I can kill you with an Eruption, Consecrate... I mean, we're going to pop the Miracle. Smite kills you. Empty Fist kills you. I don't know why I found the math so difficult there. That's something I gotta talk to my middle school educators about. It's hard not to take Ragnarok. Just knowing the amount of damage that it could do for us. Maybe you know, last time we had like a Necronomicon and we got Ragnarok, which made it pop off obviously a little bit more easily. But still, I think, I don't know. I always struggle with what to upgrade. Eruption getting cheaper is like a no-brainer. I guess Judgment getting it based when you think of the fact that one attack is probably the difference between 40 and 30 HP. This basically is an energy saver that also enables its targeting. So I support that, but I'm a believer, honestly, in, I mean, upgrade is good, but also transforming, like building a theme by getting rid of some of these starter cards. And I think trading a strike for a crescendo is an absolute dub for us. Anytime we add a card to the deck, you get 9 gold. That's kind of nutty. It's a spicy play here, right? It's a bit of a spicy play. We could probably fight the mushrooms. But it would inhibit our ability to fight the elite afterwards. But I think we should do it, man. I know we could get the gold. Just draw Judgment turn 1, and then we're... Okay, well, next time, maybe. You want battle him. We possibly could drop a potion here, but everything is still okay. You just gotta... We didn't get Judgment yet again. Eruption into a Consecrate can definitely kill you, but both of you are still attacking. Eruption into a Ragnarok puts 100... Well, you can't do it. I wouldn't worry about it too much because it's impossible. If I could kill 2 of them, then I would accept being in the Wrath state. So we would like Erupt, Consecrate kills you, you'll be on 14. We have 1 energy remaining. This will do 24, which can obviously kill one of you, and then a strike can do damage to the other one. 24? I mean, we're still... Well, we don't need to strike. Instead, we could just put up a blocker. Which means we're still taking 13. But I think, like, taking 13 damage to get a relic... And a conclude could go crazy, too. 13 damage to get a relic and also to not get a curse. Although, I guess if you want to compare counterfactuals there. Now that I think about it, we did give up 18 HP for the privilege of fighting them to begin with, but whatever. Okay, I'm thinking Regen Potion probably lets us fight the elite. Lantern allows us to make battle him innate. It's a spicy play, man. It enables us to make battle him innate without paying like a serious cost. Okay, they're calling it the worst healing potion of all time. I could have killed you. I chose to try to min-max it to get the heal instead. And I'm not gonna regret at least getting the 5, but obviously it's not the best potion you're ever gonna see in your entire life. And wave of the hand if we get talk to the hand. Like you're talking to it, then you're like, stop, come, you're like a crossing guard, or like one of the people in the yellow vests who tells you can't park there at Canucks games. 1 week to all enemies, 2 week to all enemies. I think we gotta take it. It's a good card. You know, we got a lot of need in this deck right now. A good card seems like it would hit the spot. I'll conclude on that. Haktua, conclude on that thing. You can keep -2ing it. It just makes it funnier for a guy like me. You should be dead. Honestly, we don't... we kind of do like strength. I guess we'll skip this for now. Deceive reality. I think we... Earlier than usual, we've actually hit like the pivot point on this one. And what is the pivot point? When we stop worrying about attacks and start worrying a little bit more about defense. Like, I think this is a very defensive... like, a very offensive deck to begin with. I do like Reach Heaven, though. Like, having a... retain good damage dealing. Yeah, I can afford that. Like we basically only added attacks until Deceive Reality. Wave of the Hand kind of also, it's not really a block, but I think we got a good offensive deck. Now if we could focus on a little sustain, then I'm feeling great. But also I think the first boss, this boss at least, you just want to kill him fast, right? So like Consecrate, strike, empty fist. We probably should pop a potion, but I'm also like, we may not need to. So next turn, we're gonna gain some ability to enter the Wrath stance. I think I would rather, like, Reach Heaven Strike. Oh, Nunchuck allowed us to get an extra attack out of that, huh? Okay, I'll smite you again. I wanted to save it for Eruption, but we'll probably get enough attacks, and we still didn't get a means to enter the Wrath stance. It's disgusting to a guy like me. Well, I'll continue just attacking you. Splitting you at 60, I should have put the defense in my hand, obviously. Splitting you at 60 was not my idea of a good time. On the other hand, the math is mathing. We still... I was just going to say, do I have Wrath enablers in my deck, or am I losing my mind? This time, Crescendo, Consecrate, Eruption, Miracle, Smite. 2 enemies with 20 HP. 1 conclude, and it's over for you. None concludes, and these guys are actually doing a pretty serious number on me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, thank you, Nunchuck. Still do this and then 2 of these. Okay, so we take 14 damage. I think you gotta look at the reality of the situation. IMO, we took 14 damage. Essentially with some of the worst draw you could ever ask for. Now, you might think I'm crazy for this one. I think another Ragnarok is the play. Just because Omniscience, like... ignoring the fact that we don't have the energy to target it. Omniscience Ragnarok might be okay, but you want to, like, be in the Wrath stance to make it happen first. Wish, I just, like... you like to hit it with an Omniscience. Otherwise, I don't think we have the energy base to play it. But we can always, like, be reasonably stoked we get a Ragnarok. Now, given our limited stancing, I actually am going to go Cursed Key. Also, it's going to give us gold every time it adds to the deck, and then we'll hopefully remove it anyway. So we want to, on this floor, I think we want to make sure we hit this shop so we don't get saddled by the curse for too long. So we'll start on this track right here. Perfect fight for a judgment, if you would be so kind. Not to Andrew Ryan you. That's the guy from BioShock, right? Come on. I mean, I'm happy to play the cards. I'm just hoping a judgment is going to show up, because it is in our deck. Again, I'm not saying that the Slay the Spire developers are doing anything untowards. What I'm possibly suggesting is, where the heck are my cards that enable me to pop off? There's 2 of them in the deck. They've been at the bottom of the last 2, but then don't ignore the fact that a judgment would just crush here. So maybe I am a little bit upset. I don't think I can kill you. I can definitely do 24, which would leave you on 35. I can definitely kill... well... no, because I don't have the energy for it. I think we're... well, let me see. If I pop this, then this will do 35, which will leave you on 24. Okay, if the math is mathing, for the cost of a strength potion, we own you. So that could have been worse. We have enough damage. Give me an empty body, even though I'm not swapping stances as much as I'd like. I'll give you a speed potion for Strawberry Cough. Next attack gives us energy, but we can't really work with that too much because we'll take double damage. I think this is still fine. I think, if anything, I'm realizing we would benefit a lot from, like, a means of, like, searching for cards. Maybe, like, a colorless card that allows us to... I don't know. A colorless card that allows us to search our deck. Because right now, it's burning me up a touch. It is burning me up a touch. I mean, we can just take a little damage. We're trying... I'm trying to do the math to figure out if we got lethal, but I don't think we have lethal unless we get a Ragnarok in hand. Once you have a Ragnarok in hand, like, especially with a 0-cost 40 damage card, like, that's a different story. I do like Foreign Influence, but I'm gonna Scry is filtering, and if we can filter our deck, we're gonna be happier, man. Because, like, I refuse to believe, personally, that we don't have enough defense in our deck. You can see it. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of 24 cards can reduce damage, essentially. I don't think we're too far off of where we want to be. Like, from a ratio standpoint. This is a nasty fight, man. Maybe we do need more block. Or like a power that lets us scry. Because the lack of filtering is causing me issues here. I could kill... You know what? I think we probably draw Judgment next turn because we haven't drawn it yet, I think. So, shows what I know. We just need to block enough here. Let's Vigilance. Erupt. 60, you're gonna do 30. Let's Empty Body. Still pretty bad, actually. I'm losing all confidence in my ability to succeed here. That being said, you are dead. Sure, give me an Evaluate. I mean, draw would be nice. We gotta pivot to the rest. I wish it weren't the case, but it is the case. We have to pivot to the rest, because otherwise... I mean, we may not live through this to begin with, but... we certainly are not going to live if we don't give ourselves the opportunity to rest. So taking 5 damage, I would say life goes on, mostly because I don't have any other option except for taking, like, 20 damage. A Crescendo... This is one where you should really do the math, but... I've got the utmost confidence in my attacks. Ambrosia, great stuff. Hold me. Rest me. Careful at the shop. We want to save enough gold to remove a card at the next one. Start elite fights with 2 strength every 3 times you shuffle. More energy. We don't really need more energy. We need better blocks or more draw so we can draw more blocks. I mean, 2 strength is not bad because we are relying on, like, Ragnarok, but... Let me see here. I would smith. We need the smithing, too, as unfortunate as it is. 2 weak to all enemies is basically, like, a block. Normality is definitely, like, the worst curse, but we planned our route effectively so we can get out of it. I'm holding. Now, this is where things could get mighty interesting. Let's start with a power. We're not going to end in calm, and we basically don't scry. So give me a second battle him. It's actually okay. I need to keep my HP high because we're probably going to try to fight an elite later. Consecrate is pretty good stuff, obviously. So we're at 8. You're doing 20 damage, so we're actually in there. Ragnarok killing you would be totally fine. It not killing you might even be better, but... Stop. I just don't want you all to attack on the same turn. So if I Crescendo, maximum output 36 damage. Not ideal. We could definitely protect, defend, and then accept 0 damage. The vulnerability for 1 extra turn is obviously a little nasty. You might just want to... Well, let me see. If I do 3 of these, 36 damage does not take you under 40 because you're on 87. But then Crescendo, 2 of these is 24 damage. Wait, no, it's 48 damage. And you're on 87. Hang on. The math is mathing. Unfortunately for my opponent. Now... It's tough. It's a very tough decision. I think I'm willing to wager, though. We got 3 potions. You gotta improve the deck, man. You gotta improve the deck. And in particular, well, like, actually, scrying 5 would be nice, but I don't know if I've ever even seen this card despite taking it. And I'm going in, man. 1 energy to deal with one of these fools is fantastic. I should have just played my protect, I guess, because I'm not willing to take 4 damage. Okay, so you're gonna, are you gonna attack next turn? No, you're like, what the tune is going on here? Understandable. That basically could not have gone better. And then, obviously we could smite you, but I also, like, fixing our next draw would be so nice. And, like, really, I don't even want Reach Heaven. I don't want any of those cards. I want to draw better cards than those. Do they exist in my deck? I guess that's something that's worth checking on. Alright, I mean, this is a hot one. We're going to pop our Strength Potion. We're going to enter Divinity. And then we're going to drop... I mean, I think we just have to rush you down and try to kill you. So we're putting a little bit of excess hope in Ragnarok, but I mean, it gets there. Okay. Vault, actually a pretty big deal for a guy like me. I appreciate that. If we ever draw it. I feel like I'm not drawing my new cards. I am also discarding constantly, like, or scrying through the cards that I'm claiming to want to draw, but I'll thank you not to bring that up, okay? Now you're even harder than the elite, man. I think I saw my window, I saw an opportunity, and I went for it. If you can kill the Centurion first, like, it's gonna put us in a much better position, obviously. So, like, I don't know, get judged, and then you would actually live, which is crazy. I would rather you die, so let's do that. I think a retained block is just, it's gonna be so helpful. So yeah, I'm a little scared here, don't get me wrong. This guy is capable of outputting some serious damage. I think you play it, oh no, it doesn't even burn one of those. We'd have to generate some block to burn it. Still Vault, though. We get a Smite in hand. Always nice to have an Insight, and, oh, right, we still have it. Right. So I could burn another one. I think this might be a great turn, actually, to pop this, because it burns one more of your artifact, and then Ragnarok, not ideal, but let's just use it on a strike and hold the Smite. You're going to summon some Andrews. Empty Body, always nice. Start with Ragnarok and see who gets low. They both get low. So, frick around and find out. Safety in hand, we take 2 damage. You took my Reach Heaven. You got mad weapons too? Ain't trying to hear that, man. It's a good crescendo. Smite, smite. Oh, my math. Next turn looks great from a block standpoint. Let's scry for a second. As long as Empty Fist is up there, I think we're great. So you're doing 48, which is annoying, but I was hoping for Vigilance. Because we can, like, Vigilance, Empty Fist. Maybe Erupt, Empty Fist, and then Empty Body? What are you talking about? Empty Body. You're doing 24. Play the safety and hold. They're not that strong yet. We're building smites for a big turn. This is a huge one for a guy like me because I can apply weakness to you. And if we can keep that weakness going infinitely, we can survive these huge attacks. Now, it would be beneficial for a guy like me if we could get some blocks, but this is looking a little dangerous. You gotta play something, man. So, like, I mean, we're close to some excess energy. I think we need to be able to survive one more turn. I know it's a little crazy, but we want to keep our smites for, like, getting to lethality. But obviously our hand is going to be, like, too full at some point. You having 4 turns of weakness is amazing. You know, it's a very slow burn. You're not attacking this turn. Please let me enter the Wrath state, man. I hate to have to do it, because that's like weak damage compared to what we could be putting out here. Safety? Safety? Protect is a little... Yeah, okay. A little better, maybe. Please, can I have my eruption? Oh my god, it doesn't exist. The card doesn't exist. We need... If we're gonna pretend to be a stance build, which I think is exactly what we're doing here... I can't believe I'm doing this, by the way. I think we need to shuffle all this down. Because next turn you're going to do a whole bunch of damage. Which means that I need to have defends in hand. Which is why I don't care to draw Eruption. But instead, 49 damage. I think we're cooked, y'all. I mean, I can point to where it all went wrong. Yeah, we only have 31 block. I can point to where it all went wrong. Here, we'll run this one back. I'm a little embarrassed. We didn't add enough attack. Our attacks were too expensive, at least. Because, like, or no, we didn't add enough wrath, now that I think about it. I will totally transform 2 defends. Wish and conclude. That's an interesting one. Shame, it would be nice to remove at our earliest leisure. Which is now. Wish is an interesting one, right? Because, like... It might be able to give us some extra gold, but we got to play around it. Let me get a meditate. I'm like, not messing about anymore, okay? If I see stance enablers, we're taking the stance enablers. I'm going to smack you. I'm going to strike you to remove you from the ecosystem. I'm going to meditate, put an eruption back in my hand. We're going to take 8. What were our options? We didn't have any defends, man. Give me 30 gold. Give me 25 gold. And don't let me regret it. For 2 damage, I'm happy with the gold. That gold can pay dividends long term, man. Oh, they tried to get me to do a Windows update. Fear no evil. Enter comp. These are beautiful cards. And I'm playing with a chip on my shoulder now. I love this. This is totally fine. Now, neither of you attack, so I can get 25 extra gold. 1 attack. Well, let me take a peek at you for a second here, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I can miracle wish 25 gold and still kill both of you. And we're freaking rich, man. I would love to rush down, please. What a card. Am I insane? It would be amazing next turn if you weren't doing any damage. Well, I guess now that I think about it, you just take your 25 gold, miracle into a strike, and then you like we're loving it, man. And give me a flurry of blows. You see what we're cooking up here. Go ahead and remove the shame from my deck. Indignation is another way to enter wrath, or alternatively, another way to a single way to add vulnerability to an enemy. Make eruption cost 1. That opens up the game a lot for us. Not the guy I wanted to see, but you know what? That's okay. We'll start in calm. We really need to hit you pretty hard, though, because you're going to hit me really hard. I mean, indignation makes you stronger, which is scary for a guy like me. I think I might just wish some plated armor out into the ecosystem here. Maybe not ideal, but it helps us. I would rather not take 54 damage. But at the same time, like, I do need to rinse you. This is a scary decision, but there's a part of me, maybe there's a big part of me, that says, like, if we don't do this, we don't have the sustain necessary to win that fight at all. And a vault is like a beautiful payout there. I'm not willing to take the chance here. We really have 395 gold, huh? Mental Fortress is like a must-have. We've added some attacks. Let's cut a strike. You know what? Let's take a fairy in a jar for now. And let's take a simmering fury. And let's take a nunchuck, man. Like we're leveraging what we got for sure. Now rest me. Let me see who the boss is here. I think that means we can take a risk on this. Now these are more my speed, I think. Now I am playing too fast. I gotta slow it down. I think it's like, you know, the first half of the video was like half an hour, and I'm like, oh, I gotta like... I'm not gonna have time to do all the others. It's a long weekend, brother. Just chill out. You'll be fine. That puts you in conclude range. I mean, it would be nice to play Fear No Evil, and it would bring back another card, but it would take some enemies out of conclude range. Whereas like a Wish in the 6-plated armor, well, you gotta play conclude though. Maybe it'd be better to play a Wish later and maybe get the gold payoff out of it, as crazy as it seems. Like maybe a strike, a defend, and then like, if I'm gonna Fear No Evil, I have to Fear No Evil you. Which means that this does worse. So yeah, we'll just play this. That's fine. It is what it is. This is criminal, man. This is a criminal turn. Bring back a conclude. We can do a lot on that. And having fairy in a jar just means like we're feeling good. Let's put it that way. Conclude just kills you. On the other hand, what if a Wish were to show up? I can't be that risky with it. In my opinion, I can't be that risky. Hey, more cards that either draw cards or change stance. Even with the fairy in a jar, I'm sorry, I'm unwilling. Receive strike and store a card. Listen, boys. Store a Sender's Bane. Double it and give it to the next guy. I mean, if we felt like we were balling, we could drop something in there. You know what? I'm gonna store a Simmering Fury. I'm gonna say thank you past me for everything you've done for me. Double it and give it to the next guy. Okay, lots of great upgrade targets. Wish is a big one, don't get me wrong. Rushdown costing 0 is like, I think that's close to the top of the list for a guy like me. If you are, okay, enter Wrath for no reason. Strike, meditate, and keep your Wrath enabler, even though next turn we probably just want to block. Okay, Mental Fortress, that's a big one. Flurry of Blows, strike, and a single defend. We take a lot of damage relative to where we're at in the game, but now we can start to build. Rushdown. I mean, for me, this is an eruption. Flurry of Blows. I mean, there's plays, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, wouldn't you rather Miracle, Wish for, like, more strength, because we're trying to kill you faster, and then Vault, so basically none of our actions have any consequence associated with them. Flurry of Blows. Inner Peace puts you in calm. I don't really want to take 12 damage if I can avoid it. So I guess I'd rather take 6 and deal 42. It's not even 6, I guess. Or it's not even 42, it's 49, but still. So we could enter Wrath. Flurry of Blows comes out. Strike. You're doing 24. Strike. Enter Calm. Flurry of Blows comes back. Nunchuck gave us extra energy. That's kind of crazy. And then meditate a Wrath enabler back into your hand. Okay, this feels more like the flow state that I want to be in. Like we can erupt. Gain 2 cards. All of a sudden, it's all falling into place, boys. It's all falling into place. Devotion, Establishment, and Scrawl. I think we're a Scrawl girly here. We don't have any retain cards. I mean, Meditate, I suppose, but we might build into it later, but Scrawl is like, it feels good now. I don't think we have an energy problem right now. Not that this is, like, that's demonstrably just good, but I feel like we might be in the business of being able to do a little relic hunting. And also, there's a part of me that, and this is just idiotic, I'm 35 years old, but I want to seek revenge on the game that wronged me. There is a 4 elite path here. It's a little spicy, but... like, I felt like they wronged me last time. So what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm gonna try to make them hurt on this one. And if we die, well, we had fun anyway. Dude, this is an ironclad strike. This ain't your granddad's strike, okay? This is an ironclad strike. That's a completely different situation. It just sucks to play a vault, like, for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, basically, it's a free turn. Basically, it's a complete mulligan, which is good, but you're like, at the same time, could be better, right? Like now, at least, you know, we output some damage there. We could enter calm. Actually, might be an advisable idea, but we can't enter calm and play meditate. Well, we could, you know what? You can miracle, defend, strike, enter calm anyway, give you the thing back, then enter calm again and bring back an eruption. We don't get to play vault, but that doesn't mean we're not playing vault. It just means we're playing it later, right? And now with 4 energy, hang on, conclude just kills you, so wish can be used for 25 gold. Now, don't get me wrong. We got lots of cards I want to upgrade, and Wish is definitely one of them. But I'm still happy with the gold we're receiving. Now, these guys... pretty good. These guys are pretty good. I think we're going to need a mental fortress, and then with no block, I'm going to shoot my wad. Apologies for the phrasing. That's vile. But I can... honestly, I think I'm okay taking a little damage. I don't think it'll be 6. I'm okay taking like 2 damage to like flurry of blow, just to stop one of you from popping out even stronger. Oh, I had to use calm on the... obviously, you got to use calm on the one that's... or feel no evil on the one that's actually attacking. That's some Bush League stuff right there. I can probably do 3 on you. I can definitely do 3 on you. And then you can be killed. Meditate's giving us even more block. Bring back an eruption. I feel like the stance dancing rhythm is back. Now you got to be careful with your conclude here. But having a vigilance in hand gives you a lot of safety. So we can strike. Strike. We're already not taking damage. Conclude is doing, it's giving you the business. This is a great opportunity to play a wish. Don't get me wrong, brother. I could kill you. I'm not about that lifestyle, though. I'm about this lifestyle. Give me 25 gold and then meditate an eruption back into my hand. I could have killed you, but I wanted you to have a little bit of hope. I definitely did not just forget that we had a 0 cost attack for exact lethal, okay? Wouldn't be me. Okay, 215 gold. Me personally, 10 block turn 1. That's a hard thing to say no to. And I think we're chilling on that. Our wish gold has been helping us out a lot. And I'm very appreciative of it. We could inner peace, like miracle inner peace and get some draw, but I think we're content where we stand. I think it is what it is, right? So this is like the worst turn for wish I think you could imagine. Let me scroll real quick and see what we're cooking with here. It's like an indignation. Takes you to 4 energy. We have no guaranteed means to exit stance next turn. So I think you play a Fear No Evil, a strike. Well, no, you might want to save that energy for next turn because Nunchuck's about to pop. I mean, that's... if you want to... get an idea of how dialed I am. I'm paying attention to Nunchuck. That's not common for a guy like me. And then on this turn, I mean, I'm just going to say it. I think y'all going to make me lose my mind up in here. I'm going in. 9 damage takes you to 26. So I need to hit you for 11. No, because you do 34. Let me think about this. So any attack will kill you with a conclude. And then erupt on you. This is a very high risk turn. You're dead. It's actually a no risk turn because they're all dead. We didn't get to play our wish, but so be it. Study is tempting, man, because we could use this draw. Do we have the energy base to reliably play it? With Vault, we can kind of get ourselves out of it until we can upgrade it. Are we really going to take the path of most resistance, though? Let's do it. If it ends, hey, pretty decent 40-minute video, in my opinion. Don't Vault on this one. Why? Because we have we're leveraging Anchor for the 10 block that it starts with. We take 3 damage. Like, that strikes me as pretty solid. And, oh, that was Nunchuck, huh? Do me a favor. Put me in Calm. It's a very slow start because we haven't drawn our run-winning cards yet, or our encounter-winning cards. We need Rushdown. We need you to be dead. We probably don't need to play Study. But we need to pick up some block. And how is that going to happen? Well, I think it's going to happen via Miracle, Scrawl, and then hopefully drawing as few dazes as possible. I mean, Mental Fortress is pretty huge. I'm going to say I live with that and a defense. Because we played enough attacks to have like very high decks from Duality. But then this turn, we got to ruin your life. You have to die. It's you or me on this one. It was kind of looking like it was me for a second there, but a second Scrawl, I will. I don't think we can OD on those. Now this is looking more like it from a first turn perspective. I think we Miracle and Scrawl just to see what we're cooking with here. It's like Mental Fortress, Inner Peace, Mental Fortress, Inner Peace. Eruption. We get 2 energy back. I kind of wanted to play Indignation, but I think we're going to have to stall for 1 turn on it. It's very tempting. In fact, I don't think it's tempting in a bad way. I think it's tempting in the right way. It's very tempting to meditate an Eruption back in our hands so we can stance. You're going to do 24 there. So let's start there. 4 energy. You might call me crazy for this one. I think you Study, Strike, and Conclude. We don't need to play our Vaults. The energy cost is awkward. He wasn't attacking this turn, which I'm pleased to find out. We enter Calm. We can strike you, and then, oh no, I'm stupid. I don't have the energy cost. So you're going to attack this turn, I'm sure. No, you're going to summon some more Andrews, which is fantastic news for a guy like me. Because all we need is a way to exit this stance, which doesn't exist, except it does, because we can just Vault Tua. And Indignation now exists. Okay, so now we're cooking. You Indignation, 4 energy. Eruption does not kill you, but it does with this. Oh, and we had Nunchuck as well. I think we gotta go in, man. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I think it's a great thing. Like, you can wish. I can't believe I'm doing this, but give me the gold. Eruption. Conclude. We could have taken something else for strategic sake, but I felt like we're so like calm right now. Not to like pun unintended, but then this turn kind of sucks, huh? One potion allows me to one-tap you, which is very nice. And then this does give us half damage and 9 block. Nunchuck's not even close. Yeah, I think you gotta take... Oh, yeah, and plus the 4 from Stance, Mental Fortress. That's damage I wish I hadn't taken, though. That stings. Flurry of Blows. Indignation. Great Draw. Flurry of Blows. Eruption. Scrawl. We probably had you dead to rights to begin with, but Indignation Conclude must kill you. Order. We live. And we still have Fairy in a Jar. Mango and meat on the bone. That's incredible sustenance, man. You know what? I trust the third eye. I'm still gonna say rest me. The longer we could keep Fairy in a Jar, the happier I'm gonna be. This is a serious path we're on here, okay? It's 4 elites, which equals 8 relics, which probably, in most circumstances, will equal the run. So, like, it'll equal a win. So I'm saying just freaking chill, dude. So I don't think this is our wish turn either. I think this is like... You can get Indignation going to get some extra energy and some damage and some extra energy from Nunchuck. Okay. Now with 5 energy, it's tempting to play Wish. It is. But we can also... I was just about to say, make sure your powers are coming up. 42. So you do 21 damage. Means I need like 1 block and a stance. So I can definitely... I mean, we could wish for 6-plated armor and then meditate ourselves with an Indignation back here, and then we're not taking damage, and we've got that plated armor. Because this turn, we definitely want to play Rushdown. Eruption. This is a tough call. Or is it? Because like a vault is just free. But are we're not guaranteed to be able to exit the stance next turn is the problem. So we could Indignation and make you vulnerable, but I feel like we got to enter Calm and then vault out of it. Just take the freebies where they lay. And this is like an absolutely god-awful turn, but whatever. We take 5 damage. Not the end of the world. This is like almost an equally bad turn. I would love to see those cards next turn. And I'd also love to see maybe an Indignation. More stance. We're doing too little damage. He's going to scale faster than us. So we really got to... We might have to have like a particularly spicy turn. Like give you the vulnerability. Enter Calm in the hopes of drawing something to exit Calm. Flurry of Blows is quite nice at least. And you know what, let's scroll it up, scry it up, I should say. Keep a vigilance just in case. Yeah, we're taking damage yet again, 14 damage. At least we got vulnerability on you. It's it's a stunning turn in terms of its unbelievable degree of mediocrity. Hey, we just did that so we could get meat on the bone to trigger. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Go ahead and stance me. I'm a type of beast that would like prefer not to die. I'm pretty sure we use... Am I crazy to think we use Fairy? Oh no, because we have no plated armor left. I mean, next turn we gotta go off then. Like, I gotta kill you next turn, because we just used our Fairy in a Jar. Well, I don't have to kill you on this turn, technically. Though I would like to. Because you're not doing as much damage as I thought you were doing. What the heck? Now our deck looks good again, man. We shouldn't have kept that defend up there, because we're going all in next turn. Okay, I think we basically just barely get there. We made it, boys, and thank you. Okay, Frozen Egg is nice. Gremlin Horn might be exactly what the doctor ordered. Go ahead and give me Empty Body. We got a long way to go here. Eternal Feather could be nice, too. Now, you should attack, but 20 damage turn 1 is not good enough. We do have some expensive cards in our deck, though, so this could work in our favor a little bit. Like, let's Miracle and Scrawl first. You have to play Mental Fortress. You have to play Flurry of Blows. Inner Peace is free, which then allows you to get Indignation going. We got energy back from Nunchuck. You're doing 20, which is basically nothing. Let's see what else we got here. A 0-cost wish. Give me the plated armor. Like, maybe we've been guilty of being a little too greasy with it. Vigilance. Erupt. Well, hit him. Eruption. And now the combos are coming fast and furious now. Probably hit you and then vault. And I don't expect this turn to be as good as our last one. But, I mean, I've been wrong often in my life. We're already there. Just keep drawing. I'm basically just trying to draw cheap cards. And if you're not going to enable me to do that, well, then I'll smack you once, okay? I'll smack you once, and I'll enter the state of calmness. Because I'm preparing for this next elite fight, brother, and I don't want to get myself in too much danger there. It's nice to be at 51 HP. I personally don't think we need, like, water. Okay, here's where things are going to be a little hot. Prepare yourself. I fight for my friends, whatever they say, whatever they're saying in those games. Would love to see, you know what? It's a bit of a spicy play. We have Vault coming out next turn. So I'm thinking, play your Eruption. Oh, I thought we were going to take 4 damage. I forgot about, or 1 damage. I forgot about Mental Fortress. But because we have Vaults, we basically are able to scam a free turn out of you. It might be in our best interests to exit Wrath first, so we're not probably on lethal, and oh, Gremlin Horn. And then some Rushdown. Not exactly the cards I'm looking for. Can I kill you? I'm weak, which is a real bummer. You got 30, and we're not even close to Nunchuck. I got enough, and it'll give us an energy refund, but it's annoying to have to do it. Probably use Scrawl here. Scrawl draws a Scrawl. Inner Peace, empty body. We're now very unlikely to take damage. You know what? It's a great turn to pop your Study. Take a little damage, live with it. Maybe it's even a setup for Meat on the Bone. And I'm feeling a lot better about my circumstances now. Am I crazy to think we can get this wish out here? Yes, yes, you are. You're crazy. I need the third eye to see if we're gonna... That's not how that works. Well, I'm like, we're already in Wrath. So I'm like, why am I scared to play cards that'll put us in Wrath? We need to find a way out of it, ideally, on this turn. And we got one. See, you got there's nothing to fear except frickin' fear itself, bud. Well, a Conclude in Wrath form kills you all. So I think you can just start with a Scrawl, and you're kind of looking for your combo. And we got it, which is flippin' sick, obviously. I mean, I guess you would Indignation, Strike, and get a reasonably great Conclude out there. I guess we could have killed you and then got an extra energy and still probably played Conclude after. We haven't played our Wish yet, right? It's probably worth stalling to play it. I also, if we could engineer a way in which we take like 3 damage, that would be incredible. Let's just, oh, that'll kill you. Okay, well, let's take you 2 away from death and then enter Calm. It would be nice to get the free heal off of Meat on the Bone. It would also be nice to play the Wish. That's probably a given. I'm just trying to... I'm taking a peek, okay? I want the 25 gold. I'm doing 10. I think I could take 2. I want to take 3 in 11 block. That'll make you take 0. This will take you to 12 block, and then if I... Okay, 12 block. This will take you to... Empty body will take you to 10, you take 6 with this. No, watch. Okay, third eye, anything kills, so we don't really care. Taking 2 damage doesn't do anything for me. Taking 6 is a little too much, but we'll go over 48 on our meat on the bone heal. So it's the right play, even though it looks like the man has lost his mind. I mean, yeah, well worth it. We don't scry that regularly. Okay, so like the path of most resistance has been completely fine so far. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, bro? I'm sorry, Wish is like, it's becoming a late game card. Which is not necessarily bad, I think, but we've got to play our setup enablers first. And this is a gimme. Oh, I ran out of energy! It's not a gimme! I was trying to play Conclude for the kill on the sentry, so we only had to deal with one Andrew, but it's okay. Hit you. Flurry of Blows does not kill you. Eruption. Not as close as I'd like to be for Nunchuck, but that's okay. Inner Peace. Eruption. Flurry of Blows. So we're very unlikely to take damage, unless we want to. I don't know, because it heals you for 12, right? So if we got down to 45, it would only take us to 57. I'd say I'm happy where I stand. I mean, empty body, I suppose, to get Flurry of Blows, to then be able to play Indignation, to be able to play... I was hoping to play Flurry of Blows, but it's fine. I'll just hit you with the world's loudest Conclude. Wasted the Nunchuck play, my bad. Wasn't paying attention to it that time. See, now you're causing problems for me. Now you're doing 22 damage. I would prefer not to take that. I mean, being on 42 is not the end of the world. Given the circumstances. Why would you keep a basic strike at this point, man? Use your head. What are we on now? 636? So we actually... We should have just taken the kill when we had a chance, because this is... It's falling apart, dude! Where's my Wrath Enablers? But they're all at the bottom of the deck, man! It's driving me crazy. Alright, so I mean, that stings. I could live with another vault, and then unfortunately, I do... Oh, but where's... I'm gonna rest. We could upgrade later if our HP's fine. It's nice to go into this fight with a lot of HP, and this is the dude who kind of, like, ruined my life the first time, so... Let's embrace this as positive. This is like an ideal first turn as well. You're doing 28. I literally don't care. I couldn't care less. Whoops, not that one, please. Not that one. This one. Thank you. Okay, great start. We got Rush down. We got Mental Stance out there. What did we learn from last time? It may behoove you to play more aggressive on this guy. Even if you take a little bit of damage in the process. I mean, a vault is like a no-brainer. And probably, I'm like an Indignation is kind of a no-brainer. You're doing 21. Doesn't concern me in the slightest. We seem like we're in a much better position. And honestly, I feel like much of it is just due to the order in which we drew the cards. Like, we got our run or fight enabling cards out there, like, so much earlier. I'm okay taking 1 damage to hit you harder. And then we can... It looks like we'll be able to upgrade before the boss. Oh, this is a spicy one. You draw 3 cards. The odds of us... The worst thing we could draw would be Strike, Third Eye, and Wish. But, like, the odds of that is... not good. Plus, we only drew 2 cards instead of 3, so what was I concerned about? Let's attack you, and then kill you. Okay, beautiful. Fantastic fight. So on this floor, everything worked out beautifully. We got a lot of relics. I mean, we Got mango, meat on the bone, frozen egg, gremlin horn, eternal feather, blue candle, tiny chest, ancient tea set, and lantern. I also feel like I've been in a fugue state for like 40 minutes here, like where I just, that whole floor, I didn't say anything except stuff that was related to the game, which is fine. It's hard for us to get Talk to the Hand going on you, so I don't think it needs to be the first priority for an upgrade. Cheaper Scrawl is nice. Cheaper Vault in case you draw it later is nice. I think basically like all of our rares could use an upgrade, I think. Alright, now against this guy. Talk to the Hand is a tricky one. I think, unfortunately, you might just want to send it. And the reasoning is just like, it's so much work. This also basically sucks. We should have stayed in calm. It's so much work for us to get your artifacts away and then hope for Talk to the Hand to land afterwards. So I think we did the right thing, as annoying as it is. Actually, we should be attacking you. We're making a lot of mistakes here early. Next turn... I mean, I'm using the vaults while I got them. If we could just get as many powers out there as possible. That's a dream come true for a guy like me. Like, you can fear no evil. Exit your stance. You're back to 3 energy. Could always meditate at the end of this. I think, I hate to say it, I think you gotta burn Wish, play your plated armor, and then, like... We're losing 1 plated armor. Losing Indignation actually sucks pretty bad, because then we've only got, like, 1 way to enter Wrath, right? And our damage output has been abysmal so far. Like, so this guy's gonna get stronger, which is gonna make his attacks tougher to block in the future. We gotta go in my opinion. We could scry first, just to see what's coming up. Knowing that there's a meditate, we can erupt, take a kill. We have to do it in this order, I think. Gremlin Horn pops. He wasn't attacking, dude. Okay, bring back Eruption. This is, it's not a masterclass in how to pilot a deck, that's for sure. Eruption. We could take the draw first, though. Yeah, I actually like that more. Because we're going to get energy and draw out of Eruption anyway. So we're just drawing more cards, which is... It appeals to a guy like me. Probably want to strike you. Conclude is a double kill here. As long as we... Well, let's see what we're drawing next turn. Study. You're probably attacking next turn, so let's get that Mental Fortress going. I don't really want an empty body. If you're attacking next turn, we're guaranteed to draw Fear No Evil. So, we just have, like, too many cards that end our turn. Okay, so we drew the card that we wanted to draw because of Gremlin Horn. That's my bad. This one's gonna sting. How is this even worse than the last one, man? Okay, you gotta go off. Eruption, that's a big one. You probably do have to play Mental Fortress. I mean, you don't have any other attacks, so you might as well. That's so embarrassing, dude. I think we're just dead. Are we dead? 32. We got 17. 25. Inner Peace draws. Let's draw first. Certainly do want to see Fear No Evil. We're at 29 plus 2. We lost by 1 HP. What a disaster, man. Either way, thanks for watching. It was a long one today. A long loss stings. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for your support. See ya.